Good morning, everybody. Mike Vacchi, Princetontrader.com, here with your Wednesday market webcast. All right, happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. Daily chart. So look, you got the tale of two markets today. You got the market before 2 o'clock. Then we have a Fed meeting, or a Fed announcement rather. Then we're gonna have the market after 2 o'clock. So they print new all-time highs again yesterday, 39.70. 75. We're all moved over onto the June contract now. And you can see it here on the hourly chart. I mean, we've had a series of higher lows and higher highs. They've kind of brought it in. They have brought it in. Not any desperate amount of handles, like 30 handles from the highs. And they've showed pretty consistent resistance at the hourly mid-band. So whether they're just kind of flagging and consolidating into 2 o'clock, or whether we're going to get a more meaningful move down, or whether they're going to rip it up in their face, that all remains to be seen. And that's all for what does price actually do after 2 o'clock. Not what you think it's going to do, not what you read in Barron's, none of that, not some fucking article on Market Watch or whatever the hell they call it. Just stop. What is price doing? What is price not doing? So what price has been doing for the last 12, 16 hours has been able to get over the top of hourly mid-band. So last night, we went ahead and got short against 56, and that 56 area has held. It's kind of went to, I think we printed 55, printed 54 a couple of times, but it never breached that 56. And it just kind of rode that hourly mid-band to the downside. Ended up being a decent little short to start the day. Yesterday, I was in and out. I was out more than I was in. I went and got the second vaccine shot. But when I was around, it was pretty choppy yesterday while they tried to figure things out. But then as we got into the afternoon, you started to see some real price pressure to the downside. Nothing major. You can see the daily pivot held things up around 2 p.m. They went and printed 42.75. They bounced it back. But this high here into 62.5, that was rejected. Similarly to how the 66 was rejected here. So you started to see it build lower highs. You started to see things get defended. And now you're seeing lower lows to go with those lower highs. So they walked it up. Now they're walking it back. Now, how far down can they walk it? Like I said, that remains to be seen. We're not seeing price fall off a cliff. I think that a little bit of this has to do with the comments that Biden made about Putin. That's certainly going to put pressure on the tape, but really for how long? Today's going to be all about the Fed. That's 2 p.m. Then they have the press conference at 2:30. The last Fed meeting was a downer. I mean, they popped it and they rejected it, which was fun. So I would expect more volatility at 2 o'clock. I don't think it'll be a dead Fed meeting. I think it'll move. If we do head to the downside this afternoon, you have to keep an eye on the weekly pivot down there, 38.89. That would need to hold. On the upside, if you start converting 70 and it shows a lift above there, then you have to start thinking about the round number at 4,000. You have to think about the upper band, which is right around 39.84. What I would say is if we stay down in this area and they pop it initially off the announcement, and that pop can't reach or exceed the current all-time high, then the bulls are really going to have to get on their horse because they're exposed to a downside move at that point, just based upon price action. So there's 1,000,005 things to look at. We'll be looking at all that stuff in the room. All right, everybody have a fantastic day. Be safe, be healthy, take care. Trade them well. Come trade this stuff with us, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Follow us over on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Princeton Trader. Check us out on Facebook and join us for a free trial at www.princetontrader.com. Trade them well.